makes most women start a business? Is it passion, money, or freedom? Welcome to Female Founders, the podcast that takes you behind the scene with women who are founders and CEOs to help you start and scale a successful business of your own. I am your host, Nagelia de Ravin. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Female Founders. In this episode, we are going to have a conversation with Katina Davenport. She is the founder of KND Consulting Enterprises. Good morning, Katina.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to have you with me.
I'm excited to be here.
So you're like a savior for small businesses owner who are unable to secure funds for whatever reasons. So your consultant firm is helping them growing and also give them then the healthy habits and mindset, which is very excited. And I can't wait to learn more about how you're doing that. But first, what led you to co-found KND Consulting Enterprises?
Well, actually, it was my husband. It's his bright idea, and he wanted to get into more of coaching, and he wanted to get into speaking. So we came up with this concept of helping businesses, just helping people to have a healthy mindset. So it just kind of started from there. And then, as the years progressed, we began to think about expanding, what would actually help people. So we have this core value of prosperity, wholeness, and wellness. And we want to deal with business owners when it comes to their mindsets, how they handle day-to-day work operations, how they can, just be healthy within themselves, just be well within their minds, within their bodies. Also, helping them to grow their businesses using business funding and business credit. So we kind of combine all of those different things because you do have to get into the right mindset when it comes to being in business, when it comes to, having something of your own, because there is a lot of risk when you go into business. You are essentially working for yourself. You're not out there in the workforce where you're guaranteed a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks or every month. So you have to make sure that you're strong enough to go out there and handle it, not quit, knowing that you have a good product, a good service, and doing everything that you can to get people really to believe in you, because people have to know who you are. People have to know, like, and trust you. I mean, that is, I want to say the cliche, but people really do have to believe in you, who you are, your company, what you're serving, what you have to offer, in order for them to say, yes, I want to buy from them and not from, the big corporations or whatever. So it's all about mindset. It's about that. It's about getting out there, and it's about growing. So we tackle all of that.
And I think one part of it that you do is the habit, keeping the healthy habits, because there's a business owner, they start doing something and then they do it for 2 or 3 days and they quit.
Yeah, you can get distracted as a business owner with a lot of shiny objects. I understand that because I get distracted too. And sometimes, something can come across your Facebook feed, or it can come across just the internet, and you're like, oh my God, I just need to have this. Let me try this. Let me try this new shake. It's going to help me wake up in the morning and to get off coffee, whatever it is. And so you kind of go on a rabbit hole all of the time as a business owner. And it's like, healthy habits are very important, but you can't get distracted with, what else is out there. You still have to keep focused on what you're doing. So yeah, we teach that too.
Especially Facebook and Instagram. I think that's one of the things business owners have trouble with, because once they get to Facebook or Instagram, they're scrolling down there and then they can't stop scrolling because they get in other people's business. And by the time they look at the clock, it's like, oh, Well, it's 8 o'clock. Time to go to bed. And they didn't do anything for the whole day.
Yeah. One of the things that our coach taught us is to use social media and not let it use you. So don't get caught up
Amen.
in don't get caught up in the scrolling and looking at everything and trying to always engage. You have to use it as a tool because that's what it's meant for.
Exactly. I agree with that. So, what is exactly KND Consulting Enterprises and what are the services it provides?
So KND Consulting Enterprises is exactly what I said. It's an enterprise of a lot of different businesses, pretty much. So we have a marketing division where we help businesses with their marketing. We help businesses get funding. That's our primary, business right there. We help with funding and we help with business credit because a lot of businesses really just don't know about those two things. They're looking for ways to, help grow their business and get funding and different things like that. Because we've actually searched those things out. Once we started to find out, it was like, everybody needs to know this. We also help businesses with personal development. So we have a business owner right now who's actually doing both programs, helping with personal development as well as getting their business credit together. And it's truly helping when it comes to their business operations. And my husband is fresh out of the corporate world. He's fresh out of corporate America. And it's been probably like 12 years since I've been in corporate America. And he knows what's going on. So he can give the advice from what's happening now to business owners to help them avoid the pitfalls that he's seen in growing companies because his last job was a part of a growing company and he knows what it's like to grow and to try and get things together because as a growing company you may not have all of your processes right, your policies right. And he knows exactly what to do because he had to participate in that, making the processes, the policies, and helping the company grow in certain divisions. So that's pretty much what we do.
Actually, it's not just pretty much what you do; it's a lot that you do.
Yes.
But let's talk a little bit about the credit. How important is that, especially to small businesses, to actually build the credit for the business?
So you have to think of this in terms of big corporations like Walmart and Apple, for example. They work off credit. Walmart, Sam's Club, just your regular big stores that you might go to. Those corporations operate off of business credit. So let's say you have you go to the store and you purchase napkins. They have to go to a vendor for that. And that vendor is invoicing them, giving them an account that they have to pay within 30 days, 60 days, how much ever. And so they rely on the sales from, the buyers in order to pay that back. When you are a small business, most businesses will run their business on their own money initially, instead of thinking about just using your own money because that puts you at risk for losing everything. You think of it as building business credit, and there is a way to do that. You have to know what business credit is as a small business because what if you want a business credit card? What if you want a credit card in your business name and you go and apply for it, but you're denied because of certain things that's not set up properly with your business? Our company teaches other businesses, small businesses in particular, how to do that so that you can win at this game of business and operate like big corporations do, but on a smaller level.
Wow, that's interesting. So, how important it is for business owners to separate the personal and business? You think that, would you say that it's necessary for them to separate the two from the personal credit and then build their business credit instead so that they don't have to use the personal one?
Yes, it's super important because your personal credit can be impacted when you're using all of your personal credit cards to pay for equipment, to pay employees, to pay for your office, to pay for marketing, for ads, anything like that. If you max out your personal credit cards, you run the risk of not being able to purchase a house or to get a lease on your apartment or townhouse or whatever you're looking to do, because that affects your personal credit score. That's why you do need to learn about business credit so there won't be any negative impact on your personal credit scores when you're trying to go out and get a mortgage, like I said, or do anything that you need to do for your personal life. So it's important to separate the two.
Absolutely. Is that something also you help with, or kind of guide them on separating the two so that personal one that has nothing to do with the business one?
Absolutely. We show them how to do everything in the business world, besides, apart from their personal credit.
Credit. Awesome. So, when I know with the COVID-19 hit, so how difficult was it running a business, especially related to finance during the pandemic?
Well, we actually started during the pandemic. And we started because we were looking to buy a house, and we were looking for more funding for our home. And we didn't get that home, by the way. And we started to notice what was happening in the business world, because I had a business which was closed down because of the pandemic. And throughout the time I had this boutique, I was like, I need business funding. I didn't really know what I was saying. So I went to the SBA, I went to banks, and I was getting denied. And they were telling me you need to have these different things. And I didn't know what it was called. I just started to learn what it was called. And I said, you know what? I need to dive into this because I'm seeing that there is a need for businesses to know. So in 2021, that's when we really started to hit the ground running, helping different businesses set up their LLCs. We were helping businesses left and right get credit cards and everything. And, we were just kind of testing the waters at that point, along with doing personal development, which was keeping the KND Consulting open. And we started to realize the entire operation for businesses. That's what we need to focus on, as well as getting the funding started. Because once a business has funding, once the business have not personal credit, but business credit, they'll be able to pay their employees more easily. They'll be able to just hire people and not be worried about, their personal finances being involved. Yeah.
Wow. So you and your husband pretty much started this during the pandemic.
Yes, absolutely.
This is really cool. It's kind of funny because people were closing down and you were opening the door.
Oh, you were cut off. What'd you say?
No, I said people was closing their doors and you are opening yours.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
We closed one door and opened another.
So how's it been for the past you're going to be what, 1 year now?
2 years.
2 years now? So how's it been?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that even with the COVID, it's a success and you're able to help a lot more people find funding and understanding the purpose of having a business credit?
Yes, it's actually been very successful. I think we really started to notice the success once we had a fan, so to speak. They saw us actually saw my husband at a car repair shop, and he was talking to him, handed him a business card, and he called him by my name. Katina Davenport? Yeah, that's my wife. How do you know her? Oh, I saw her on YouTube. And we watched all of your videos. We love you guys. And it ended up becoming a connection. I was like, that happened actually last week. So we knew that things were really rolling, but we've been able to help several businesses since the pandemic, and it's been very successful. And a lot of times we have to have several conversations with businesses to help them understand what we are going to do for them. And it's because they don't really know. They don't really know. We take them through a consultation, and show them where they are and help them to get some things fixed before they go out there. And then we give them like a homework assignment to try before they buy. And it ends up
Wow,
working.
this is
And then they,
cool.
yeah, yeah. And then it ends up working. And then they come back and they enroll into our business credit building program. So yeah, it's definitely been successful.
You also you have a TV show named Elevate Your Love Life in One Guide TV network, where you coach couples about the relationships along with your husband. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, we started that in October. We were approached by someone I knew who was in the radio era in our city, and I was like, he said, "Do you have content?" I was like, "Yeah, I have content, but what are you looking for?" And I showed him some past YouTube videos that my husband and I did for couples, and he was like, "You need to have this on TV." I was like, "Okay, well," and he he said, "Reach out to this person and tell them, these different things." And we had a conversation. Next thing you know, we were shooting our own TV show in our living room, and we've had a very great response because we've learned so much in our marriage. And we wanted to help people who were looking to be married, who were looking to have great relationships, who were in marriages and wanted to help their marriage to flourish. So, we have several different topics that we talk about. We talk about family. We talk about finances on this channel. We talk about,
Oh,
just love languages. We talk about the different experiences that we've had being a couple, dating, and even religion, and how that comes into play. Just different subjects that people would think about when it comes to relationships. That's what we talk about on that channel.
wow, I love it. So, is it like a weekly show where you guys produce one every week or every month?
It's every month.
Wow,
Every
you guys
month we
are
have
super
something
busy.
new. Yes, we're very busy.
One thing you have mentioned that I love is that that the core values of your organization are prosperity, wholeness, and wellness. How do you combine these values and guide people?
Well, we have found that people might come to us for one thing. For instance, we had a client come to us for relationship coaching. Once that was done, we started to unravel the other needs that this person had and began to speak to that. Like, we have the solution for you. Let's dive deep into this. Then the person said, "Hey, I want to start a business." We said, "Okay, we can help you do that." So it just started to happen. It's because of the knowledge, the study that we've done. It's been over, I would say, over 10 years since we've been married. We were always studying something deep. We were always looking into different spiritual practices. We were looking into coaches, and we've had very good mentors and coaches in our lives and counselors who have helped us overcome. Why wouldn't we want to help other people do the same? And that's just us giving back. Even though it's a business, it's us giving back to people so that they can overcome, so they can do what they want to do in their life. It would be a shame if we had all this knowledge and not share it with people.
Sharon it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And you know what? Knowledge is very how do I say that? Priceless. You can't put a price on it because
exactly.
the time you put on it, it doesn't matter where you learn it. If it's books from the library, if watching videos, or you spend $100,000 on a school degree, it doesn't matter how you done it. It's valuable, and people should pay you for that. So it's
Yes.
worth paying for. So at the end of the day, you are giving back to the community, even if they're paying you, because your knowledge is valuable.
Hmm. Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's how I see it. So coaching people about business and life, do you draw inspiration from your own life to do that?
Yes, we draw inspiration from our own life, and we also draw inspiration from um, actually our mentors and coaches who taught us a process on how to counsel people, on how to coach people. We don't have a counseling degree, but our coaches have had, counseling degrees, psychology degrees, and we've learned from them. We're still learning from them. Anytime we get into a jam in our lives, that's who we go to figure out what we need to do. And then, hey, we learn something, we teach
Okay.
other people.
You pass it on. So you guys are teachers.
Yes,
So
yes.
with the pandemic, many businesses got shut while many started small businesses due to loss of jobs. So how do you help them build business credit to scale up during these tough times?
So we take them through a process, just like I said with the consultation, just knowing where they are. We found that many businesses do not understand or know where their business credit score is. They may not even have a paydex score. They may not have a work email even, or their phone number listed in a directory called 411. And so we take them through this process and help them look at where they are and show them what they can do right now, especially if they have customers coming in, and help them get to a place where they can start building their business credit. We take a look at their personal credit as well, and we can refer them to specialists that we are partnered with to help them get their personal credit together, because it all works together. It really does. You can, use your business credit, but sometimes a bank might ask, what is your personal credit score, to see if you're credit worthy, if you can handle what's about to be given to you. Um, and so we have found that we found that businesses have burnt through their LLCs and not being integral. We've found those different things. So it's mindset. Like I said, it's helping them to just make the necessary adjustments in their business to be successful, no matter what's going on in the economy, whether there's a recession. Right now, it's the time to make sure that they have their marketing in place. Right? It's
Mm-hmm.
it's important. It's important for them to make sure that they have a consistent customer base or client base coming in, so that they can
Wow.
handle the business credit side. So that's why we're doing that too, because what's the point of having hundreds and thousands of dollars of business credit and you use it and you can't pay it back? Yeah, so
Yeah. That's the problem. I have the money, let's spend it, but how do we gonna pay it back?
absolutely. So the biggest asset that you're going to spend with your business credit is marketing and advertising. Leave it to the professionals. Don't try to do it all yourself. You can't grow by yourself. You have to,
Impossible.
yeah, you have to have other people to help you grow.
Absolutely. And one thing also, if you don't know how to do something, why try doing it on your own? Because at the end of the day, you're going to exhaust yourself and not able to handle anything else within your business.
Yeah, it'll make the process longer. So the quicker that you can get
Absolutely.
to the money, the better.
The better, yes. So hiring the professional, let the professional handle it and you handle the clients. That's how I call it.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up.
No, I said that let the professional handle it and then you can go handle the clients. Let the professional handle what you don't know.
Yes, absolutely.
So, how did you keep yourself motivated, especially after facing losses on your own business prior to starting KND Consulting Enterprises?
Well, I just, well, the motivation came once I, was thinking that life was short, and I was seeing so many different things happen to people, and we were still here. We were still trying to figure out what we needed to do next. So I just took it slowly. I ended up doing a YouTube channel. I took it down later, but I still wanted to do work. Work was motivation for me. If I was busy doing something, I could find the motivation. I was in meditation. I did meditation.
Oh,
I did prayer. I did, spiritual things that uplifted me. I remember one of my Facebook friends had like she did a live with these singing bowls,
ooh,
frequencies. And I was like, I want one of those in my house because I felt so calm and so peaceful. She really didn't understand or know how to, guide people through a meditation. But she said, I'm just going to just play these things because they help me in my life. And that helped me as well. I was like, let me get one of those, have that in my home. And whenever I was feeling a little down, I would, do that.
right.
Um, yeah, but I concentrated on family, I concentrated on friends, and I concentrated on rebuilding. And it did take some time, but we got
Absolutely.
there. Mhm.
You got through it.
Yes.
Absolutely. You also offer personality development programs. So, how does that align with a firm that helps with funding and business credit?
It helps with work-life balance. One of the things that a lot of business owners struggle with is work-life balance, and business owners have a lot of struggles when it comes to personal relationships because they are always in the field, they're always working, and it can put a toll on family, especially if you have young children. You want to be able to do the things that matter, and especially when it comes to funding. So, if they're having that type of issue in their life where they are feeling unbalanced or they're feeling unmotivated or not sure what to do next, we'll take them through the personal development as well as help them to get funding for their business and building their business credit because it takes a different mindset to be able to do that. And it takes patience. Some people want the money now, right? Especially if you're in a distressed state. When you're building your business credit, it does take some time. It doesn't take forever, but it does take it does take some time. You can spend 6 months to a year, developing that side of your business and developing funds. It's an ongoing process even after that because you might have a project that you need to do. If it's commercial real estate, you might find yourself, hey, I want to buy a building and have my own office. And you like, well, I need funds for that. So, just being able to be free and happy on your personal side helps you on your business side. You don't have the weight of thinking about my spouse is getting ready to leave me, or my children are feeling neglected, or you're feeling guilty about doing the things that you need to do because you don't have a system in place or people there to help you because you don't have funding. So everything really does tie together. You need it.
I see how you tied them up together. Smart move.
Yeah.
So, as a mother of three, wife, business owner, coach, and having a TV show, how do you manage all and avoid burnout?
I don't do it all at the same time. And I think that's the thing. Not even in my head. I don't do it all at the same time. I just go one task at a time leads me to the end. So I'm a homeschool mom. And I know people are like, oh my God, you're on top of all that, you have to teach your own children. Yes, I do. So we don't see clients during homeschool time. Right now, they are out for a few weeks for the summer. And once they go back into their summer studies, which is like a study hour, we don't have clients there because we're there to tutor them and to make sure they understand what they need to focus on and to help them with any math problems that might come up or with reading or anything like that they're doing. And we work around our kids' schedule. So, people know just at 12 to a certain time, we're with our children. And then afterwards, we get right back to work. So that's just how we handle it. We have calendars, we're organized, we know where things are. And I think that's very important when it comes to something like that. When you have a lot to do, you just have to stay organized. You have to stay on top of things. That's why you have to have systems in place. I mean, my husband is really good with that. Hey, what's the process? What's on today's calendar? He keeps me in line and check so I don't be going off into outer space and and to do whatever I want to do. Keep on task. Let's go. Let's do what we need to do.
So you don't end up in the black hole.
Right.
You are so funny. So what's next? So what is the future plan for the business?
Well, the next step is to continue to help businesses. We want to come out with like a starter kit for people who are just starting. Like you open up a business bank account and you're like, yes, but you don't have any clients yet or you don't have any customers yet. So we want to help them. We want to help them get started and show them what to do next. And we're developing our smaller packages for, those clients that is up and coming for business. And we are just going to continue to grow our YouTube channel because that's where we're finding connection. And I think it's important. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is that you have to find where people can find you. You have to find that place where people can find you in order to be successful. So we're going to pour ourselves into giving out information. My husband is going to be doing some technical things for businesses because business owners are sometimes not tech savvy. He comes from the world of IT and he can help. So we'll put that on our YouTube channel and go into personal development topics as well on our YouTube channel. So we have a lot on our plate that we need to do next. And we're going to continue to help. We want to reach out to some of the religious community as well, the churches, and help them because we know the way to help as far as their credit for it. Even though they're a religious organization, there's things that we can do for them. There's funding opportunities that's available besides grants. So, we have tons of things that we can do right now.
Yeah, but do you know what's great about it? You guys are doing it together. That's powerful.
Yes. A lot of married people can't work together, but we've had the same vision. And we've known that since we were dating. So it's a no-brainer for us and we're able to work together.
Exactly. So what advice do you have for women entrepreneurs who are just starting out?
Let's see. There's a lot that I can say. I would say, to have systems, order, policies in place for your business. Every business needs a sales and marketing department, even if it's you, and to really look into structuring your business properly so that you won't be denied for any funding that you might need for your business. There's more than one way to get funding. You'll have to get it through business credit cards or funding as far as loans are concerned. But one of the things that I do know is that when you're going for a grant, they still want to see certain things about your business. So I would say, just buckle down on those things and make sure you're motivated and you are surrounding yourself with the right people that can help move your business forward. Partnerships are important. If you can get with people that can help you, that can mentor you, that can coach you, is worth an investment. So that's what I would say to women entrepreneurs.
Well, I think that's a great advice, and I couldn't say it any better myself. So I have nothing to add to it. Anything else you'd like to share with us, Katina, before I let you go?
I think I've said it all.
Well, thank your husband for me, for you both also for creating such a wonderful platform for small businesses, especially small businesses, needed when it's come to credit. That is something we do not know. When people talk about credit, business credit, do I need that? So
right.
It's a great thing that you guys are doing. So keep doing it, and then it's good to see couples working together, men supporting women, and that's not something we have often as women.
Absolutely, we support each other.
Exactly, and keep doing it.
Yes.
Business credit is important to any business. Great to have Katina sharing some of her tips with us. Thank you, Katina, for taking the time to have this conversation with me. Let me know your thoughts about this episode with Katina. And to learn more about Katina and KND Consulting Enterprises, visit www.kndconsultantenterprises.com. Thank you for listening to Female Founders Podcast. That's it for this week's episode. Be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast app or connect with us on womel.com so that you don't miss our next episode. See you next time. Bye for now.